proteins, it is tightly packed into a form called chromosomes. So chromosome is a form like this. This is chromosome. The shape is actually given in the form of X. So it will be like V one side and another side V. Why they occur this tightly packed chromosome form is during the time of cell division. During the time of cell division, what they will do is they will replicate, they will make a own copy of itself, and half of the copy will go to the new cell and half of the copy will remain in the same cell. Okay, that is why they attain this tightly packed form, like it will be in the form of X, right? So it is because during the cell division, this has to be equally go to both the cells. So they attain this tightly packed form. But normally in the cell, it will be in the form of chromatin. What is chromatin?
Unbound.
Unbound DNA. So unbound DNA is just like if all the thread is unwound and if it is like a tangled mass of thread, that is called as chromatin. Understood? Understood the difference between chromatin and chromosomes? So chromosome and chromatin both are same. Both are DNA. Just imagine if small beads are arranged with this DNA, they are like DNA with proteins. So both chromosome and chromatin are DNA with protein. But chromosome is nicely packed and they have attained the structure of X, like this X shape, okay? And but chromatin, it is like untangled. If I just unwound it and I put it as a tangled mass, that is called as chromatin. When they form this chromatin is normally it will be in the form of chromatin inside the cells, because this has to code for the proteins, right? All the information is present only in the DNA in the form of genes. So this has to code for particular proteins. For that, this has to be unwounded. Okay, so this has to be unwounded and present in the tangled mass called chromatin inside the nucleus. Normally before cell division, they become tightly packed and they form chromosomes so that they get equally distributed between two cells. Understood? Understood the difference here? Yes, children. So remember, the very important point is double layer membrane. It is a double layered membrane. Nucleus is a double layered membrane. Not all the organelles are double membrane. Only 2 or 3 organelles. Very few organelles are double membrane layer. They have double membrane. One is the nucleus and nuclear pores transferring. So whatever the, now I told that chromatin, it codes for some protein, right? Whatever the things that is produced here, the nucleolus produce the ribosomes. Here it produces some proteins. So all the things will come out through these nuclear pores. So nuclear pores, it helps in the transfer of materials from inside the nucleus to cytoplasm, or from the cytoplasm to inside nucleus, that is the nucleoplasm. And chromosome made out of DNA and protein. And the full form of DNA, what it is?
Deoxyribonucleic.
Deoxyribonucleic acid, very important. Ribo refers to ribo sugar. Deoxyribonucleic acid. Okay, so the functional unit we call it as genes, and chromosomes and chromatin, only the form in which they are present is different. It is tightly packed and this is like a tangled mass of thread, chromatin. And more important thing is prokaryotes, it is called as nucleoid. Why it is called as nucleoid? In prokaryotes, we should not use the term nucleus. We have to use the term nucleoid. Why?
Because the
Because they
genetic
don't have
material is
well-defined
scattered
nucleus.
throughout their body.
What, Dhriti? Come again?
Ma'am, because the
Yes, you are
genetic
right.
material is scattered throughout their body.
Okay. It is not present inside a organelle, well-defined organelle. It is not a well-defined organelle like in eukaryotes. Eukaryotes, it is well-defined, right? Like a nicely double membrane layer and protected nicely, right? But in prokaryotes, it is present as such in the cytoplasm. It is not defined at all. We cannot define it properly. It is not defined directly in cytoplasm. It will be present. There won't be any nuclear membrane at all. Okay, that is why it is called as nucleoid. Now take your textbook, children. In textbook, page number 63. Please fill the thing. Page number 63. There is a question given in the top, right? Bari, read the question.
Wait a second.
Yeah, Surya, read the question. Sudhita, read the question.
Ma'am, 1 minute.
Okay, Dheeraj, read the
In
question.
the gaps in the following table illustrating differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells.
Yeah, so you have to fill, two gaps are given, right? Two blanks are given. You have to fill these two blanks in number 2 and number 4. Fill it and then tell me. Page 63. Page number 63. Yes, Bari.
Ma'am, where must fill in the gaps? That one.
Bari already, Dheeraj read it. You have to fill the gaps in 2 and 4 and tell the answer now. Dakshis, can you give the answer for the second, for the first blank?
No, I don't have a test book.
Oh, okay. Why?
I just forgot to take it and said, let me just take it.
Utkrish, can you give the answer, Utkrish?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, for the first one.
Yes, dear, for the first one. First one means
Yeah.
second,
Yes.
the point number 2. Just you have to compare on both the sides and write the answer, children.
Ma'am,
That's it.
it
Very
does
easy.
not well-defined area,
Very
and
good. Yes.
also known as nucleoid.
Okay, very good. So first thing is page
Ma'am,
number
fourth
63.
one, ma'am.
Question number 1. Bari, wait, I'll come to you. Definitely, I'll come to you. Wait a minute, Bari. Page number 63. Question number 1. 2 blanks are given in second point and the fourth point. And we are discussing about the second point now. So, as Utkrish told, the answer is first point is poorly defined. Right hand side, they have given well defined, right? So, for prokaryotic cells, it is poorly defined. Poorly defined and absence of nuclear membrane. You also have to write absence of nuclear membrane. They don't have the nuclear membrane. Poorly defined and absence of nuclear membrane. And known as nucleoid. Okay. And known as nucleoid. Yeah, Bari, tell the answer for the fourth point.
Present.
Siddhanta, how many times, Siddhanta? Page number 63, question number 1. Page number 63, question number 1. Okay. Bari, you're trying. Page 63, question number 1. Afifa, what do you have written for the point number 2, dear?
Yes, ma'am.
What you had written for the point 2, that is first blank? Read. Afifa, have you written or not?
No, ma'am.
Why?
Ma'am, because
Afifa, why you didn't write, dear? Siddhanta, wait. Yeah, continue,
ma'am,
Afifa.
I didn't write because no, actually, my textbook is not in this room because
Okay. The first box, Siddhanta, page 63, question number 1. Below that, there is a table, right? That table. Okay. Ria, can you give the answer for the first blank, Ria? Already it is discussed. Please tell it again. That's all.
So the size generally small 1 to 10 and 1 is equal to 10 power minus 6.
No, only for the point number 2, dear.
Ma'am, can you repeat? I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm writing the answer better. And apps.
Ma'am, page number 63, question 1, right?
Yes. Please write this absence of nuclear membrane. And the second thing is nucleoid. This is for the blank given in second point. And for the fourth point, you write present. That's all. Membrane bound cell organelles are present. Yeah, I'm writing it here, right? Here it is. Yes.
Mom, there was so much background noise that I thought you asked me to read the entire thing again.
Okay, dear. Okay, children, today I'll give you the what is that? Today I'll give you an email ID where you have to give all your writing parts, all the answers for the question. I thought to give it at the end of the chapter, but today I'll give you.
What, ma'am?
So please, you can. All the notes, all the answers you are writing for the questions, you have to send it to that mail ID.
Mom, you
Okay.
send it in the drive, right, ma'am?
No, dear, I'll give you mail ID, dear. And in between the chapter, there are many questions given, right? That questions. And also at the end of the chapter, few questions are given, right? That also. Okay. Why do I need questions, Siddhanta? What will I do with the questions? Already I have questions, right? Answers. Yes, Siddhanta. I think I have to be very, yeah, only that. Only that. Okay. I'll move to the next slide. That is cytoplasm and cytosol. Cytoplasm, you know what cytoplasm is. So the space between the cell membrane. Mhm. No, we are sending personally. No, please. I don't check. I'm getting lot of messages nowadays. I don't check. Okay. I'll give you a mail ID to that you can send. Okay. Now tell me this. Cytoplasm. So what is cytoplasm, children? You all know, right? What it is? What is the function?
The fluid present in the cell.
So present between the cell membrane and the nucleus. So all this area we call it a cytoplasm. And the fluid that is filled in this area we call it a cytosol. Okay, but both terms it refer to the same thing. To be very precise, we call the space between the cell membrane and the nuclear membrane as cytoplasm, and the fluid that fills the space is the cytosol. But we can use both the terms interchangeably. Both refers to more or less same thing. Okay, and this is the fluid, and it contains water, salts, and all the organic compounds. So endoplasmic reticulum produces proteins, a lot of life process going inside the cell, right? So all the products will be present in the cytoplasm. Okay, so the cytoplasm contains all the organic compounds, water, and salt. And the very important function is it helps in the movement. It helps in the movement of all these compounds from one place to another place, and also the chemical reactions it takes place in the cytoplasm. So cytoplasm is another one important thing that is present in all the cells, whether it is a prokaryote, eukaryote, plant cell, animal cell, all the cells, they have the cytoplasm. Okay. And the next thing is endoplasmic reticulum. Yeah, very important thing. Endoplasmic reticulum, it is like a transport system inside the cell. Okay, it is like a transport system inside the cell. So it is a large network of membrane bound organelle. Okay, it is like tube. See here you can see it is like a tube or a folded sheet, right? And it starts from the outer membrane of the nucleus. Just outside the nucleus it starts. It starts from the outside membrane of the nucleus, and it is present throughout the cell. Okay, so it is a large network of membrane bound tubes that starts from the outer membrane of the nuclear membrane. It is a very important transportation system inside the cell. Okay, and what are the two types?
Rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic.
Very good. What is rough endoplasmic reticulum?
Ma'am, the endoplasmic reticulum with ribosomes.
Ribosomes, yeah. Children, this chapter we have studied in grade 8 also, right? So we have studied two types, right? Rough endoplasmic. RER refers to rough endoplasmic reticulum. See here you can see the endoplasmic reticulum with some small balls attached to it, right? So these small round structures are nothing but ribosomes. They are called as ribosomes. So the endoplasmic reticulum that are in association with this ribosomes, we call it as rough endoplasmic reticulum. Rough for ribosomes also, you can, to remember that, you can use this R for ribosomes also, rough endoplasmic reticulum. And see this side, there is another channel of tubes without not having any association with ribosomes, right? So these are called as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. They are not in association with any ribosomes. Okay, so the function of RER will be different from the SER. Okay, what is the function of ribosomes?
Protein synthesis.
Protein synthesis. Ribosome is the structure that helps in producing proteins. So obviously ribosome that are in association with endoplasmic reticulum also helps in the synthesis of proteins. So rough endoplasmic reticulum helps in protein manufacturing, but smooth endoplasmic reticulum, they don't have association with ribosomes, right? So they helps in the manufacturing of fats and lipids. Okay, tell me which part of the cell need the lipids and lipid, fat and protein, is made out of lipid and protein. Can you guess which part is made out of lipid and protein? Which organelle or which structure of
Cell
the cell?
membrane.
Very good, Utkarsh. I'll just go back to the previous slide. Children, we have seen this, right? This is a cell membrane, plasma membrane. See, I already told you it is a lipid bilayer with proteins. So these are lipids. The bottom, like cherries, it is hanging, right? So this is a lipid. This is one lipid layer. This is another lipid layer. Okay, cell membrane is made out of two lipid layers and many protein channels. So cell membrane, it is made out of lipids and proteins, right? And all the proteins, that is most of the proteins that is produced by the rough endoplasmic reticulum, and the lipids and fats that is produced by the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, it helps in the formation of cell membrane. Okay, and this process is called as membrane biogenesis. Very, very important. Membrane refers to cell membrane. What is the meaning for genesis? Genesis, making something. Okay, making something is called as genesis. Children, there are some terms in science that always refers to particular meaning, like lysis. So what is lysis? Last year you have studied, right?
No,
Break.
ma'am.
No, electrolysis you haven't studied.
Acha, ma'am,
Break.
that
Break, very good, breaking down, right? The same way genesis means making something is called as genesis.
In
So
Bible, Genesis was the creation of like the entire universe, something.
yes, Shruti. So Genesis refers to making something. Okay, here what is being made is cell membrane. So cell membrane, it needs lipids and proteins. All these they get from the rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So this process is called as biogenesis. So both RER and SER, they helps in membrane biogenesis. Children, please mark this term. It is very, very important. It could come for 2 mark question, 2 mark question. Okay, even though it is not bolded in your book, it is there. It is not given bolded, but it is there in your book. Otherwise, you note down this term. Later, you can search in your book. I have taken this only from your textbook. Membrane biogenesis, very, very important. Okay. So this both endoplasmic reticulum, they helps in membrane biogenesis. They helps in the formation of the cell membrane. Okay. And next important thing is liver cells. Liver cells, the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, they mainly helps in detoxification. See, whatever the drugs, any unwanted things that is going in the body, that get detoxified by this smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Okay. So first very important point is transportation system. It is helpful in the intracellular transport. Whatever the materials that is transported within the cell, this endoplasmic reticulum helps them. And second important thing is this this endoplasmic reticulum, it just starts outside the nuclear membrane. Okay, just immediately it is continuous with the nuclear membrane, and it is a large network of tubes and two types, smooth, rough. Both of them have different functions. Rough endoplasmic reticulum helps in protein manufacturing, and smooth helps in the lipid manufacturing. So both lipid and proteins that is produced by the endoplasmic reticulum helps to make the cell membrane. Okay, when a cell divide, all the things have to be produced, right? Just imagine you're growing. Afifa, when she was born, she was very small. Now you know how taller, how big we are, right? So all the cells are multiplying, right? The cells are not growing, they are multiplying. So for making new cells, everything will be needed, right? For making a new cell membrane has to be made, new cytoplasm have to be made, right? So for the new cells, this lipid and protein, they help in making the membrane, cell membrane, and that process is called as membrane biogenesis. Okay, and in liver cells, this smooth endoplasmic reticulum, it plays a main role in detoxification. Okay, whatever I have given in red color, it is very important. Note it down. It is there in your book. Later you can read the book and you can mark it in your book also. Yes, dear. Any doubt in this, children? In science, we have seen so many accidental discoveries, right? Do you remember any one accidental discovery?
Penicillin.
Mom,
Superb, very good.
that Archimedes, that scientist, mom, in the bathroom he got, mama.
Yes, Riya, very good, dear. So the next organelle, what we are going to see is actually like a accidental discovery only. I did not go, Siddhanta, I did not go. Siddhanta, no, you search later. You just write it in your notebook now. Later you can search. Please don't search now. Membrane biogenesis, write it in your notebook. Later you can search in your book. Okay. The next important organelle is Golgi apparatus. It is like accidental discovery because Camillo Golgi, he is a scientist, he is a physician. He actually wanted to study about the nerve cells. So he was, yes, dear. So he was actually trying to find about nerve cells. By the time he accidentally discovered this organelle Golgi apparatus. Okay. So Golgi apparatus.
Ma'am,
This,
how they name that, man? This is Golgi apparatus, ma'am.
because Camillo Golgi has discovered it, right? So he named it as Golgi complex, Golgi apparatus. So it is also like endoplasmic reticulum present throughout the cell, occupies major portion of the cell. Okay. So he has given his name actually, Golgi. It comes from the scientist who discovered it, Camillo Golgi. It can also be called as Golgi complex or simply Golgi also we can call it. And so now you know the function of endoplasmic reticulum, right? What is the function of endoplasmic reticulum?
Rough endoplasmic reticulum manufactures proteins and smooth endoplasmic reticulum manufactures lipids.
Very good, very good. So we know proteins, lipids. We have also studied about enzymes, hormones, right, children? What are these enzymes, hormones, and all? They're also proteins, right? Isn't it? The enzymes, I'm telling you about digestive enzymes, hormones. So they are also nothing but proteins. But whatever the protein that is produced, it is modified into enzymes. Okay. Some proteins are modified into hormones. So all these modification process, it takes place in the Golgi apparatus. Okay. So all the proteins and lipids that are produced by endoplasmic reticulum, it is in raw state. They will enter this Golgi apparatus and they get modified and they are then released in the form of small vesicles from this Golgi apparatus, and then they will be taken to its place. Clear? Okay, so it is like this Golgi apparatus helps in storage of proteins, lipids, and all the molecules, and it also helps in the modification of all these things. Everything is made out of protein, but the changes, the small modifications in the protein, they make them into enzymes. So the appropriate modification is done only inside the Golgi apparatus. And finally, they will be released. they will be nicely packed and released in the form of vesicles. So for example, lysosomes, you all know. Lysosomes, what it contains? Lysosome.
Digestive
It's the
enzymes.
storage.
Yeah, lysosome is the suicide bag of the cell, right? It contains digestive enzymes. So the protein that is produced by endoplasmic reticulum, it enters the Golgi apparatus and they undergo some modifications, and that results in the formation of digestive enzymes, and it will be released in the form of small bags holding these enzymes. They are called as lysosomes. Okay, and cis phase is the entrance phase, trans phase is the exit phase. So proteins, lipids, everything, they will enter through the cis phase, they undergo all the modification inside it, and they will be released in this trans phase. Okay, time is up. We'll see about Golgi class. Okay, so please the thing and come. So next class we will try to complete this chapter. We'll try to complete this chapter. We'll get 2 periods right. So read all the things, children. Only 3 more ordinals are left. So please read everything and come.